Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and I served as a missionary in the country of Lebanon, and I want to share a few stories of some of the people that I talked with there that really touched my heart and really whose stories broke my heart. We got to work with Syrian refugees a lot, and hearing their stories of how war had devastated their home and just their stories of what they had suffered at the hands of terrorist attacks. It's not something you can forget. There was going in strong, I guess. There was a woman who told us about she struggled with shame, and the whole family struggled with trauma because terrorists had come in and they had raped her in the same room as her husband and her son. They made them sit there and watch as they did it, and I can't even imagine the shame that you would carry from that and just the trauma that that whole family has to live with. There was another family who they escaped by night. They just fled one night. They knew they had to. The boy had gotten caught in some of the bombings there. He's just a young boy, but he's missing part of his arm and he can't hear compliments of the bomb blast. The mother knew that was it. She had to run. So one night she just grabbed her children. They didn't take anything, they just ran, and they made it to Lebanon. There were other stories. There were mothers who were way too young. There was an 18-year-old girl who was holding her second baby, and I don't know, something with that just hit me. And there were other ones. We would talk to countless ladies who I know you're not supposed to guess the lady's age. I thought they were in their 50s, and we would find that they would just be in their late 20s, their young 30s, but they looked so old, just from the stress, from the fear, from not knowing, from the anger with their situation. So every day we were met with these situations where it's like, what can I say to that? How can I help this person? Because they have hurt so much, and I just want to take that all away. And we know that God can. He doesn't take away the memories, but he can redeem them and he can bring healing to them. And even though I wish that I could take every one of them away from where they were, I knew I couldn't do that. So I would have to sit there and go, God, what can I do? Because you're breaking my heart and I want to touch these people, but I don't know how. And he'd always say, love them. So we would hug them. We would let them cry on our shoulder. We would just sit with them and be with them and give them encouragement and tell them about God's love for them. And that was really what they needed. We couldn't fix their problems, and they knew that. But we could love them when they were in the middle of them. And that's something that I think that goes to anyone, anywhere, in any country. You know, we all have problems. But none of us can really fix each other's problems. The only thing we can really do is love each other, encourage one another, point one another to God time and time again, because he is the only one who helps us through every day, through every stormy sea. You know, he's the only one who can really bring change. But we can love. And we know that God is love, and love is from God. So that's how we can touch others, through love. So that was an amazing thing for me to see, how much our love could change them, where I knew when we walked out of that building that they were still in the same situation, but there was a little bit more hope in their eyes now. There was a smile on their face, and we were able to ease their burden, if just for a minute, and that made it all worth it. So even though I learned that over in Lebanon, I can see how I can apply that here too. And I've been trying to do that, and seeing it move is amazing. You know, when you don't necessarily try to fix everything because you know you can't, but you just bring what you can do, and that's love. Sometimes it doesn't feel like a lot, but oftentimes it means the world. So I guess that's one thing I learned as being a missionary, is how universal love is. And it doesn't matter where you're at, that's your mission field. And your mission is to love these people. So look down where your feet are right now. Maybe you're in your home, maybe you're at work. You know, hopefully you're not watching this while you're in the car, you know, but Wherever you're at, your job is to love these people. And with God's help and his power, you can. So make sure you take time to know how much you're loved by God. Receive that love, because you can't give it if you don't have it yourself. Receive that love from God. Know that you are loved, and love someone else today.